I'm gonna try to make a milk bread. I've got the recipe written down here. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, but it's Tangzhong bread. I don't know. It's made of milk and butter and sugar. It looked really delicious. One of my friends asked me if I can make it and put it on my blog, so let's make it together. Okay, we're gonna start with making the paste. You cook flour and milk on the stove. Let's make that first. So that's gonna need 100 grams of flour, of milk. And then we're gonna add 20 grams of bread flour. Okay, we're gonna whisk this for about 5 minutes until it's nice and smooth and warm. And I'm assuming it's gonna become thick, so just keep mixing. Okay, don't walk away from it because it cooks pretty fast and you don't wanna have clumps in here, but this is basically what you're looking for, a thick paste. While that is cooling off, okay, we're gonna add 120 grams of milk. Then I'm gonna go warm this up in the microwave. To a stand mixer bowl, we're gonna add 100 grams of sourdough starter that's leavened. Hopefully I have 100 grams. My starter is thick today because I fed it extra flour yesterday. Okay. And then whatever is left in here, I'm gonna feed and put into my fridge for next time. Yes, I do keep my starter in the fridge. I only use my starter like 2 or 3 times a week. In between, it stays in the fridge. 1 egg. And I'm gonna add the warm milk. And I'm just gonna mix this to combine. Okay, now that the paste is cooled off, I'm gonna add it, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna add it in here. Okay, and give this a mix. Okay, now I'm gonna add 320 grams of flour, right? Yeah. 30 grams sugar. And then 5 grams of salt. I'm just using Celtic salt. Okay, we're gonna mix this on speed level 2 for about 5 minutes. Now we're gonna add 40 grams of softened butter, a little bit at a time. Once all the butter is in here, let it mix for about 10 minutes until it's elastic and it passes the window pane test. Okay, this literally took like 15 minutes to mix until it became like really elastic. For a second there, I thought I needed to add more flour, but the dough should, okay, let me show you. It should come together like this, and it is soft. It is slightly sticky, but it's not too hard. And I can stretch it up a little bit, okay? So that's what it should be looking like. I'm gonna cover this and let this sit overnight, 8 to 12 hours just on my countertop or until it doubles in size. I'm gonna keep this in the coldest part of my kitchen. I'm not going to keep this on my heating pad. That way, because 8 to 12 hours is a long time for it to bulk ferment, and I don't want it to overproof. Morning, it's the next day. I ended up putting this into the fridge around like 3 o'clock in the morning because it doubled in size already and I didn't want it to overproof. I went to bed really late. My husband came home really late because he was working out of town and I can't sleep without him. So what I'm going to do is punch this down. Kids are eating breakfast right next to me. Okay, I'm going to punch this dough down. That's always so satisfying. The dough feels really good. I love like feeling cold dough. It feels so satisfying. Okay, now I'm gonna divide this into 4 pieces. It's like kids just like won't like chill out today, fighting over everything. Nothing makes them happy. It's gonna be one of those days. Okay. I'm not quite sure how to do this stuff because I've never done it. Okay, I have a parchment lined bread tin, whatever it's called. Because last time I baked it without parchment paper, it got stuck so bad. And I'm gonna put butter on the inside, kind of like flatten it out into a rectangle. Stretch it out, kind of like you do with sourdough. And then just roll it up. Okay, into a log like this. And then we're gonna place it in here. I need to find like a good bread tin because I have issues with this one all the time. Okay, so they look like this. Now we're gonna let it rise for another 2 hours or so until it doubles in size. Come back for part 2.